Let's get going a little bit more, see how far we can plow through. But honestly, if this was a table of people like me, it would probably take as long as this video takes for me to do much of the thinking. All right. Which may be a good reason why I should stay away from Euros. People. I'd love some boats. Can I build them? I don't have enough wood. I don't have enough clay. I don't have enough steel. What about other stuff? I'm sorry, that's iron. It's hard to see because of the icons. It's really hard for me. They're too similar. Can I build anything? All I got is wood. That's not going to work very well. So now I got to worry about, well, what can I grab? Well, wood is important for boats. I'm going to grab a bunch of wood. I think wood's going to become very vital in the next, in this period of the game. There's 2 empties. That's only 4 stuff that I can grab, and there's a fair amount of some of these commodities. If I clear one of them out, that'll make it more valuable. Except crap, this is white, not purple. Shit. Okay, let's back it up. That was a fish and a grain. And what did we take with purple? We took all this wood. I don't know how much there was. I think I had one. It's so hard to tell who's who because of these stupid colored discs on things, but okay. And I don't have like a pile of pieces of a given color. So let's see, what the hell is purple up to? I would like to buy a boat. I would like to buy a vowel. Boats cost, I'm sorry, this isn't the cost of a boat. The cost of a boat's over here. Well, I can't do that. Can I build anything? A bunch of metal, no clay. Yeah, that wood's still looking good. I'll grab the wood. We'll move the white back here. The grain and the fish. And what's white up to? It looks like it doesn't look white. Yeah, I don't know. I too would like a boat, but now I'm cut out of it. So now I've got to figure out everything again in terms of what the hell's going on the board. I'm going to need a break. I need to get a damn pipe to make sense of this game at this point. There's nothing I'm very good at building, but I'm going to grab me a bunch of cows. There was a pile of them there. I just, you can't think in these. If you think in them, you get stuck in too many different calculations. So the only way to play is by gut. Of course, not remembering what everything is means you can't do that either, right? But, if you're constantly playing, if you're not walking away and taking breaks, and the game's obviously not meant to be played with a lot of breaks. Okay, we just did blue. Blue has almost no construction capabilities. There's a big pile of fish here. That's tasty. Can I beat something like that? The black market would be like a couple cattle and a couple of gold. There's things like the grocery, though, which is going to get me 6 things that are better than those fish. So that's what I'm going to go to, or else I'm going to go to the court. Now, I've got to clear the court. So I get a yummy cow and a yummy cooked cow. Both kind of fish. And both kinds of grain. That is a nice location in terms of what it produces, and maybe I'm convincing other people to give me a buck every now and then to take advantage of it. That's going to put it on red, and I need to try to light this one-handed because this game is just You know, this is another problem. When I play, you know, if I'm playing at a meetup or something, I can't smoke in order to do my thinking. Most people these days don't allow that, and it's understandable. It's just, you know, if I'm not going to take meth or, you know, Adderall, which are functionally equivalent, smoking is the safer way to cope with the kinds of mental issues that I have. Yeah, let's do that again. I can't. God damn it. I can't keep my pipe lit and I can't light it one-handed. All right, on to red. What is that right? I think so. Iron and gold. Okay. What do I want out of this shit? That looks like 4 bricks. It's kind of hard to read. I only have 1 brick. I'm going to need a lot of brick production if that's what I'm going to do. This thing gets me to produce wood, brick, and steel. No, that's not wood, is it? Yeah, it is. That's kind of pleasing. I'm having trouble finding something that'll produce a lot of anything for me. I don't have a lot of capability to build right now. There's not a lot of clay or anything. So I'll go with my own stuff. The problem with these is, I'm sorry, this is iron, is that, you know, this doesn't produce a huge pile of stuff. And also there's the, I'm not really aware of what everybody else has, which of course makes it more difficult. But that's okay. A lot of fish piling up there. You're going to start stinking soon. Okay. What do I have with green? I have a small quantity of wood. I have a bunch of grain that I could bake. And special abilities that are worthwhile. See, here I could get 4 clay. That's actually better than I can get here, but I'd have to pay a food for it, and that's not so hot. Fish seems like such a waste, but there's such a big pile of them. But I think forced iron, even though I don't terribly need iron, I think that's more useful somehow. At least the iron ships are going to take a big pile of iron, so I think picking that up will be worthwhile. And we'll go to purple. There's wood and clay. And purple says I have piles of wood. Not enough to build a boat with, but certainly enough to build some of this other stuff. I don't have any bricks, and I need them. Well, there's a bunch of clay. Grab the clay. Do I have enough money to buy anything that I terribly want? You know, I can turn money into stuff with that, and that is so sweet that if I don't think I want to buy it, though. I think I'm good. What about white? White has tons and tons of cows. It's time to go cow shopping. I got $2. I'm going to spend that to go to the abattoir. Whatever an abattoir is. I got to find the white piece. There it is. And each cow turns into a steak and half a set of hides. I'm going to sell 6 of them. We're not late enough in the game that I don't want to keep my herds building up. Oh, that turns into 6 steaks. Now, we're at the 3 food turn here, so those are kind of useful. But I also get myself 3 of these hides. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with them, but it's stuff. Stuff is good. And now we're at the end. And it's harvest time. I've got grain and cows there. Both there. Just grain here. And grain and cows here. We're going to owe 3 food for each. That's a processed cow. I got nothing else that feeds me exactly 3. That seems like as good a choice as any. I guess I'll have to go buy some nuggets or something. A couple of people in that position. I get $1 back for my ship because I don't have one of those discs for a 1, which is kind of disturbing. And then this guy over here, he does not have a steak. Bread is worth more than fish, so I'll turn 3 fish counters in for that. We have a new card built. And our lowest number is 18. The shipping line is now available. People can pay 2 food, and for every ship they have, they can deliver. So this one could deliver 2 goods. If I was delivering 2 steel, I'd get $16 for that. That's a pretty good trade-off here. Unfortunately, I don't have steel. I have moo cows. Hides are worth 2. Meat's worth 2, but cattle are worth 3 each. So there's kind of a reason if you don't have a lot of shipping, you want to ship cattle instead of the other things or whatever. Shipping's not really worth it until you build up a lot of shipping or have very high valued products, because among other things, you're dumping your products. Yeah, that stuff's usually useful. Not all of it, obviously. Things like leather and stuff, probably you'd rather sell than not. And now we turn up another iron ship. Might as well get another, well, I'm going to pause it so I can get lit. And and no, I don't mean it that way. And then I'm going to just come back because rather than take a break, because the breaks cost me too much in recharging, trying to figure out what's going on in the game. The problem is lots of breaks mean I have more things to put together over on YouTube. My normal video editor that I used to use, I could put things together pretty easily. But it cost my computer a lot of effort. Over on YouTube, the real complexity is how many videos do I have to put together, because I have to put a lot of physical effort as a person in on that. So you may start seeing me do longer segments in videos, which is especially painful with something like what I was doing with Carthage, where I'm coming in for just a minute or so and leaving for each video, for each little segment. Alrighty. Well, I have a pile of cows, but they're not worth much to me. I would love to get a ship. Some would. Is there anywhere that builds wood? The black market would only get me those. What I gotta pay attention to, though, is things like this. So I don't have any additional houses of that type, so I wouldn't get anything there. But I could go to the Yummy Emporium and just buy wood. Couldn't I? Smoked fish charcoal? No, I can't buy wood. I can buy briquettes. I can buy bricks. What about production possibilities? Bank needs I-beam, I-beam. I think I'm going to go to the Emporium. I'm going to pay Maybe I just want to own the damn thing. If I gotta pay $1 for it each time, what the hell? Alright, more loans! I get $4. Now I'm gonna buy the Emporium for $6. I'm gonna go to it for free, but now I have to raise some money. And that's gonna be more loans, there's no question. And somebody must have landed on this while I had a loan. I can't keep track of shit though in terms of that. This is just so hard to see that I'm not ending up paying any interest on my loans. I'm gonna pay $1 because I'm pretty sure I screwed up at least once. I can't. Maybe I'm wrong. The hell with it. And you know, this is what happens with a game like this. Once it gets to a certain complexity level and there's nothing going on, it's really hard to repair things. It's hard in a war game too, or in something that's about something. But in those games, I don't know, you can kind of pass it off saying, I understand the result is realistic. In this, all you've got is, I'm pursuing victory points, you know? You've got nothing to really link you to the world that it's in. I've got all this crap, that's all. And I gotta move my crap so I can keep it separate from this crap. Okay. So now I can buy bricks. Bricks look important. I want to buy at least 4 bricks. That sounds like a loan to me. What else do I need? I need I-beams. Well, I can't get iron here, can I? Steel is 5. Is there a place where I can make steel? There's the steel mill. No, I can't get that on the black market or the marketplace. I could get steel here at the business office for 4 things. See, taking out another whole loan for us steel seems like a bit much, but that's going to be a high cost too. And this is just worth victory points. You know, I'm going to hold off on the steel. I'll try to produce it later if I have to. I can turn a bunch of grain into a steel or something over at the business office if I need to. Is there anything else I want? I could get meat. While I'm here, I might as well buy a couple meat. That'll solve any food problems I have in the near future. Oh, but there's a problem. I don't have the money to pay my loan if that's the case. And then I'll have to take out another loan. So I'll only buy 1 meat. That's still good enough. I only need 3 food for this turn. And you see how expensive this is getting in terms of effort for each action and how it's going to slow down. Bunch of these, I'd need 4 bricks. I don't have 4 bricks. I don't have anywhere near 4 bricks. I'd like a boat. I'd need a lot of wood for that. There's a pile of wood here. That would give me enough wood. I have coal. That would give me enough energy. I'll grab the wood. Interest time. Only 1 person? No, 2 people have a loan. He's got problems. So, he forgot he had his loan out. He gets $4 and has to pay interest on the loan immediately. What happened? Green just moved into here. We didn't play those. Wood and fish. I have not enough wood. I could build the ironworks. That would cost me bricks. I don't have bricks. I was looking towards getting boats. I don't know where to get wood. I could get 2 of each of these there. Anything else? As the abattoir is filled. This I could just trade. Well, no, I can only do this once. I could go shipping. That doesn't seem that bad. Or I could haul in a whole horde of fish or grain. About equal value. Let's grab the fish. We're not going to need food anytime soon. No money to do anything with. Purple. Still not enough wood for a boat. These are all bricks and not clay. I think I want to go to the brickwork. That's going to cost me a food. I don't have a single food, so I'm going to give them a gold instead. Remember, grain's not food. Every clay costs me a half an energy. I'm going to turn 4 clay into 4 bricks. That's going to cost me 2 energy. I guess I'll throw my coal away. I don't really want to get rid of 2 wood. Wood is too valuable for that. So I'll get $2 as well. And that gave me a pretty nice transition. I have a pile of money. Is there something I'd like to buy outright? The abattoir, people are using that. Maybe they will keep using it if I buy it. I don't really need money. I think I'm going to invest in the abattoir. Puts us to white. And white says I got issues here. I'm good on feeding. Sort of. I would really love a boat. I would love a good source of wood is what I'd love. But I'm not seeing anything terribly helpful out there. I could convert hides to leather. I got 3 of them. I mean, is that really the best I can do? No, I can do better than that. I can go to the court. What color am I? Where am I? I'm white. I'm going to go to the court now. It's obvious blue wants to go there. Now the court allows me to return a loan and take 2 francs. So that's like $7 or something in my hand. Now, granted, I'm counting on being able to clear them this way, but that's okay. Do I want to buy anything with this fistful of dollars? I don't think so. I think this guy taking the abattoir made sense because that is a desirable location with a good payoff every time people land there. I don't feel like nobody's been using the inn, the fishery. These things haven't been really impressing me as to their turnaround ability. So I can do without them. Which means we'll go over to blue. Who gets a wood and a clay. And that's what I wanted. I'm in trouble if I'm holding, well, the loans only cost me $1, so that's not that big a deal. So what was I trying to do with all this crap? I have a whole pile of bricks. I have 4 bricks. Unfortunately, I do not have iron or steel. Nice. This is very nice. It produces, it's worth $16, which isn't so great, but 3 per factory and 2 per whatever those things are, kind of commercial areas. I don't have any of them right now though, so I want to go for the steel mill. How do I get more steel? I'm sorry, how do I get iron? I can get iron, but no, I can't go there. I could get iron on the marketplace. I do not have additional houses. I could buy houses. This is only $4, man. That would get me an extra good. And more loans. Shit. Is there some place I can get iron? I could trade for steel here. That doesn't sound pleasant. Nope. What about this ironworks? Do I have a pile of wood? I do not. More loans! I'm buying this outright. Only because it gives me another house. I'm going to the marketplace, and that's going to give me 3 different goods. And for those goods, I'll take, they have to be different? Yeah. I want to take that. I'll take a wood. And, I'm basically taking this stuff from here. I'll take a coal, because I think coal's going to become very valuable very soon. Okay. So that's my production action. That's all I can do there. On to red. And that'll end this cycle. And then I will need a break. Normally in a game, you're sitting out for the other player's turn, so you got time to take your smoke, drink a little tea, think about the situation. I don't get that, so I gotta go wander away and relax a little. Although I find playing a game solitaire more relaxing than with people by far. Okay, what do we got here? We got a bunch of iron. Couple of bricks. I need more bricks, and here's the problem. I know I can't beat him on that. So what do we got? I got a bunch of wood. I wanted a ship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sounds like I can do a ship. I have a wharf. The wooden ship is going to cost me some coal. Sounds good. So that's 5 wood and a coal. The coal gives me 3 energy, and I get myself my own ship. So now I also have some capability to get additional food, but I still got to feed 2 not off my boat. So I'm still going to have to pursue either food or spend money on food, because I can't just have the takeout come. Okay, and now we do have a harvesting. guy gets one of each. This guy gets one of each. Looks like it's just grain and one of each. Almost everybody's into farming to some extent. 3 food. Bread's up first. You got 1 food. You're gonna have to order takeout. 3 food, huh? Well, I got all this crappy fish. I hope I didn't spend money last time. I seem to think I did. 3 food, no beef. I don't have cash. I'm gonna spend 2 of my smoked fish. I don't get any change back, but it's better than taking a loan out or having to spend otherwise. 3 food, that is a meat. Meat. 3 food. See, meat's valuable. No, it's not. Meat's not valuable. Well, it's valuable here. I can turn them in for $4 each. That's pretty damn good at the end. If I had piles and piles of meat. I don't think, I can only turn 2 in at a time that way though. So unless I'm converting fish to smoked fish at the same time and everything, it just doesn't make much sense to hold off for that. And that was red as well. Now we're gonna get our new building. And our new building is the tablet or smartphone with app. I can turn $8 into $10 up to 3 times. Do I need that $8 in hand? Jeez, I don't know. I don't know what the hell is up with this one. This one's kind of weird. It has a white border around it. It says the tablet with app is ordered by the town via the web shop. What? But maybe bought by a player. I got no idea. If I have $8, do I gain 6 more bucks? Well, I don't think they'd say that. See, if I could do this multiple times using the same money, I don't think it would be phrased the way it is. So basically, I can gain $6 by turning 8 into 10, but it costs me a food to do it. It really doesn't sound like a very valuable card. It's kind of a bone in the deck, and that's fine. I don't see any point to it, but okay. And we revert. Next card, another iron ship. And that means it's going to be player 3 is up next, which should be green, and that works fine. A lot of game left. Let's get a couple more rounds in. This is going to take a lot longer than I thought. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. I like long games. I'm just worried about the complexity just continually spiraling upward in terms of the complexity of decisions, not the complexity of the game. It's still a simple game. It's just you have to pay attention to a lot of different crap that's out there. The core rules are easy enough. All right. I hope. I just moved this little green thing. What do I want? I'd like to, I'd love to have more boats. I can't. I've got a lot of iron. I don't have coke. So can I build anything? I don't have bricks, and that's what I need. I'd have to grab lots of money from the Emporium, or pay lots of money to the Emporium to get the stuff there. What about my wood? Do I have enough for a boat? Not yet. Maybe I want to go slaughter some cows. That sounds kind of like fun. Where did they end up? They're down here. That would cost me $2. Cows are almost useless if I don't kill them. I may want to kill them all just because I don't have this. And then that'll just stockpile me with meat for a long time. But I do have a decent amount of fish and stuff, so maybe I can hold off on that a little bit longer. Okay, what else could I take? I really do want bricks. This doesn't get me a lot of bricks. I need at least 2 bricks to get things. That means maybe I want to go to the clay mound. Do I have workers? I do. I'd get 4 clay for workers. I'm green. So if I pay a food, here, I'll slip you the fish. I'll grab 4 clay. That's better than I get out of the offer. And I'm going to have to go to the brickworks at some point to turn that around, but that's okay. Unfortunately, I don't have energy right now, which is going to cause problems too. Oh well. Big pile of money there. What can I do? Can I buy a boat? I cannot buy a boat. I do have piles and piles of bricks, though. I'm basically shitting bricks. I got enough metal to build a steel mill. I got enough wood to build the ironworks. I can't do both, even if, well. So, I would like to build I think the sawmill can only build things that require wood. Let's find Purple and find where he wants to build. He wants to go to the free building firm over here. It doesn't help anyone. But now Blue is saying, oh man, look at all the discs of my stuff. I can get $4 per disc if I go up there. Damn, that's interesting. Maybe my art gallery will be worth something. Okay, so I just went to build. And I'm going to turn 4 bricks and 2 iron in for this steel mill. Now that's going to take energy to turn iron into steel. That's something everybody kind of has a use for. People really want steel soon. For example, the bank and for the steel ships when they come about. So I'm expecting to be able to get some cash for that. I spent the food for that. I don't have hordes and hordes of money, so there's not a lot I can do. So we go to white, and let's remember to do the interest. He owes $1. He owes $1, but he doesn't have it. Now I could sell off a building, but I'm just going to grab more loans. Cost of doing business, right? You don't want to have them at the end of the game, though, I'll tell you that much. Okay, what does white want? White has not a lot of anything. I could go to the bakehouse. And turn all my wheat into grain. I'm going to wait until I have a few more, or all my grain into bread. There is actually a pile of grain sitting here that's attractive, but it's not really what I want. Do I really want wood? Well, wood's beginning to become less valuable in some ways, but given the ships, I guess I'm grabbing the wood. All right. I'd like to pay off. Geez, I'd like to pay off my bills, but I'm already in the court. All right, on to blue. Iron. There's a lot of money showing up there. That's going to be hard to avoid. The money and the grain is also kind of hard to avoid. I'm just going to scoop the money. And anything I want to buy with all that money? Probably not. My feeling generally is, unless I'm going to use the token right away, my token in the place right away, it doesn't make a lot of sense to buy something. This is $6 just isn't that much when you're holding $24 in your hand, I don't think. What about the shipping firm? That's $10. Like, would that make me money overall? You know, I'm so cash short, I could just start buying up loans if I wanted to get rid of my money. Of course, I don't want to do that right now, but I think I've got plenty to do that I don't want to use my money up anymore. I've run up a big bill. I could build a cokery. That sounds like the best thing I can build. On the other hand, the ironworks, I don't have the metal for. I'm in the wharf, I have my ship. I'm going to go for the cokery. Cokery. Where's a building location? Here's a building firm. That's the free one. This one will cost me a food. I don't have a food. How about that? Is it time to start a farm? I mean, obviously I could take out a loan, but bricks seem pretty useful right now. I think we're just starting a farm. That's a big investment of stuff that I just got there. Green kicks over here for a wood and a clay. No boat, but I got a lot of stuff. I want to create bricks. I'm going to go to the brickwork. That cost me a food. I'll give him a fish. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 clay, which I'm going to turn into bricks. That's going to cost me 2 energy. The only energy I have is this wood here, which kind of sucks to have to use that, but I get $2 back, which helps make up for all of that. And now I got a pile of bricks too, which is kind of cool. And that's all I'm doing. Wood. And we start producing gold again. And it wasn't that long ago. Maybe black market would have been nice. There were a lot of things open. I keep forgetting things. It's hard to remember what all your options are. And this. All right. Well, Purple would probably like a boat if he could, but he's only got 4 wood. Nothing tremendously calls out there. Anything that produces massively? So somewhere or another there was the general store, right? That produced a lot. That's up here, the grocery market. It only costs $1 and gets me hordes and hordes of stuff. I don't have $1. Not sure it's worth going into debt to grab all that stuff. This gets me stuff too. It gets me 3 stuff and maybe better stuff. That costs a food. Food is something that I have, but again is... So here's the problem. I can't go anywhere with the crap that I have without overpaying. But I think that's what I want to do. So I'm going to give him 2 fish. No change. And I'm going to throw my purple disc down here for a wood, a brick, and an iron ingot. Definitely not optimal to have done that, but there's no harvest this time. 3 food. You want worse? I gotta spend both my bread and my bonus fish that way. Over here, 3 food, yum yum meat. Okay, I no longer have meat here. He's got some problems. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the fish and I'm going to drop a buck. He's got a boat. He only needs to drop 2 food. He's got a boat. He only needs to drop 2 food, but I don't have... See, I could hold on to these fish, turn them into smoked fish, and then they'd be worth double, but I just don't have enough fish for that to make sense. I'd rather just throw the fish, keep the cash. Cash is more valuable. Nothing special happening here. We get a boat. It is the first of the steel ships. And now again, these are just getting better. These are going to only take 2 steel instead of 4 iron. They still take 3 energy. So maybe that's actually a better deal. It's got a 10 buck value at the end. It also carries more food for you at the end. All right, I think we're going to go through another one, but I'm going to pause a little bit to get to light my pipe. All right, white goes over. I don't know why I come for this when it's... I don't know. There's just not that much of interest to watch about a game like this. The only thing that there is the mechanics going on, so I guess it's okay. All right, I got a lot of wood sitting here. Sounds to me like I got a boat coming to me. And I'm gonna... There's got to be another wharf somewhere. Jesus, I've got a wharf. So my coal, I obviously don't have the iron or steel, which kind of sucks because those are available and possible now. All this wood. I don't have a lot of cash, not enough to pay back my loan, right? It's going to cost me 5 to pay it back, which means I'm going to be paying interest on it another time. But I did open things up for Blue to go pay off a bunch of his loans. It doesn't really matter. If I've got something better to do, I'm not going to pay him off. The court's great towards getting rid of things. But it may not be, you know, that's 10 bucks each time, or at least 8, because I wouldn't have taken out so many loans if I hadn't had that. Now everybody's cleared out of my space. Red's gonna want to go to the art center. It's well worth of food to do so, huh? So I'm looking at my stuff. I have a bunch of bricks. I'd like to build something. I'm going to be paying that buck for those loans and interest anyway. This is the danger, not paying off your loans because, hey, it's only costing me $1 a turn. Well, if you have too many of them here, it's going to cost you a lot more than that. So I can get rid of 2 loans, 8 to 10 bucks, however you want to look at it. Or I can maybe turn things around and get something. I don't have steel, I don't have iron, I don't have the other materials. So I am going to go to the court and retire 2 loans in a quick lawsuit. I do have money though. Loans are free money. I like the way that works. Yeah, I'm going to hold off. Eventually I'll have enough cash that maybe it makes sense to just buy things outright. Certainly doesn't make sense to buy boats outright. Their costs are tremendous compared to their value. You're not banking victory points there. Who owes interest? These 2 players. No one else has loans. What's Red up to? Red is up to... See, I'll get $8 if I throw in here. That's pretty damn nice. That's going to be hard to beat. I'm going to give him a fish, drop over here, and grab $8. I mean, that's the value of 2 loans. I'm having to move around between things to make those loans pay off, so it's a nice way to generate some quick cash for red. Do I want anything for that cash? Probably not. Green has a bunch of bricks. I would like... I don't have steel. I could buy the cokery. I don't have enough wood for this. Can I build boats? No, I don't have enough iron and such not. So, cokery it is. And I'm going to put my thing over here because somebody may come and give me food, right? No reason for me to fill up my own thing. There is the possible advantage that blue may get the art center and a whole pile of cash, but that's okay. Although they are doing quite well. So what was I building? I'm doing a building. The cokery is 2 bricks and 2 iron. That's worth 18 victory points for all that. You know, that's like trading, you know, the guys who are getting $10 or whatever. Money, victory points, it's all the same there. And this is going to allow me to change coal into coke and gold. No energy cost. It's only $1. I think people will be making that trade quite a bit. The coal to coke, this is the magic of energy, where you see some things where there's like a huge energy cost for an item. Well, these are the chits that do it because they go from 3 up to 10. And the coke is also worth a lot. I'll be purple, I guess. A lot of stuff showing up. These piles are getting rich again. May have to pillage from a pile instead of doing something. On the other hand, there are boats. I got enough stuff to do a boat, but not and get energy and everything else I need. I'm not set up to grab a boat yet. Which means... I don't know what it means. I mean, there's nice piles there, like the pile of fish that would feed me for a while. But there's these, which are more valuable. Now, I've got a food problem. This next turn, food's going to be 4. I have essentially nothing. So I can bake my bread. I need food to bake bread. I don't have food. I'm going to just grab all these fish. That's the problem with not having a food source. That's kind of automatic. Is, well, I got to spend some effort to feed myself every now and then, or else I'm going to get loans. Obviously, I don't have money, so I think we'll just pass on that. And now white has some nice piles of clay. And clay or wood, which one you want, man? They're both valuable. I'll grab the pile of clay. I'd like to retire my loan, though. Can't do that. Alright, we'll let blue go next. Yeah, the wood keeps getting bigger, the cash keeps getting bigger. It's hard not to seize that wood. I got enough fish to feed me for this turn. Nothing else that... You know, I mean, how much is this worth is the question. Compared to other things I could get. Black market, I would get 2 of each of these. I don't have a humongous amount of workers or fishermen, so like I'm not going to get a lot of extra pieces off of something like that. Is there something I want to build really badly? So the town hall and the bank are both end of game things, which is to say they don't produce a lot right now, but they do produce in the long run. So this is, you know, worth maybe an extra $5 if I have that stuff. I have this. I didn't end up getting the industry. The ironworks, on the other hand, that looks pretty tasty if I can do it. I don't have enough wood. I'm going to grab the wood. I can't think hard enough to come up with... You know, I don't want to compare every single possibility, right? And that's what the game is all about. But a big pile of wood sounds fine. Nothing's too terrible. Every now and then you get choices that are filled with, there's just nothing out there for me. But a stack of 4 or 5 wood, that's pretty decent, I guess. I just feel like it's not that good compared to, say, moving my blue things so that I could go to the court again and clear out a few more loans. But there's a time. Things happen as they happen. Okay, we do have harvest. So we're going to be producing more stuff. The great landed wealth. Everybody's got grain now. And he's got cows too. As the deck starts to come down, you're going to have to do things to convert your goods and to sell them and such not, because they're no longer doing you any good if they're just stockpiled. And that's something to keep in mind. Okay. 4 food each. There's 2, 3, 4. I've got a boat, 1. And a lot of money. Boat, 1, 2, 3. And a buck. People are falling behind. They're no longer producing. Oh, this guy. 2, 3, 4. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. That works out pretty close to perfect. Now the thing is built. 22 is the cheapest. The ironworks goes up on the stage. And that's a shame for the people who might have wanted to build it. What's the storehouse going to do? At the end of the game, that creates value for crap that you have kicking around. That's kind of a neat thing that releases you kind of from the burden of delivering your stuff. Value increases by 1/2 per each type of commodity. Oh! Where's the trade thing? This thing. So this is just one type of commodity. No. See, there's different graphics to the different commodities, so I don't know what this is. And we gotta look that up. Again, it's the icons, you know, trying to express things with just pictures. Business office. Any 4 goods upgraded or not, you know. So yeah, this is going to give a $1/2 for each good that you have, which, you know, if you've got a huge stock of stuff, that's worth a decent amount of victory points if you can't get rid of them. But I don't know how worth building this is if you might get rid of them. It does give you some work. Right now, that's the next thing in the line. And The next couple of these are locked, so we're not going to see a lot of production there in that sense. That was the build. We get a new ship. It's another iron ship, and I think it's time for this video to go up. Actually, it's long enough, and that'll allow me a break without too much worry.